We're here with Jason Burton, head women's basketball coach for Texas A&M-Commerce, as the Lions prepare for their second weekend of Lone Star Conference action. Coach, first of all, it was very good to see Princess Davis back on the court after being carted off last week. She played 40 minutes in that overtime game, so she looked good to go. It had to be good to have her back on the court so soon.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a scary moment, and I think our team never recovered after that during that game. After she went down, it's just tough to see your captain, heart and soul of your team go down like that, and in a kind of an injury that you don't know what's going on. Anytime you have something go down with your neck or your spine that's involved, it's a scary moment. But the thing about Pete, she's a tough kid, and so not only does she bounce back and play the next game, but she plays 40 minutes, and she plays 40 minutes and helps us win our first conference game. So says a lot. Says a lot about her. She didn't practice at all leading to the game, but to stay committed to the game plan, to stay committed to being in tune in practice to what's going on, and to be able to watch the game plan from the sideline and go in the game and do it. Just an amazing kid, and so really glad to have her back, and really glad it wasn't anything serious.
For sure. And another big accomplishment for your program, Artesia Gay reached the 1,000-point mark, the 12th player in program history to reach that mark. She's also reached the fourth all-time in blocks, which you say is amazing the way she plays. But and she's top 10 in field goals. Just talk about the impact she's made in her 4 years here, and what do you hope she continues to do in her last year here.
I think you just look at the run of where the program was to where it is right now, and going from a program that wasn't winning a whole lot to 3 consecutive years where we're 500 or better, and last year coming off a 21 season, and then right now we're 4-4 and 1-1 in conference. But I think we played some good basketball, and I think we have a lot of good basketball ahead of us, and she's a big part of that. And I do laugh about the I guess fourth all time in blocks, because defense wasn't her strong suit coming in, but really now she's definitely improved her defense, and but when you go somewhere long enough, you're playing the game long enough, you're gonna get those stats, and to see where she is, and to be top 10 in a lot of things, and to reach 1,000 point scoring, it really says a lot about her. But it's not just about the stats with her, what she's doing, the intangibles, the leadership, the she brings it every day in practice, and her work ethic, and just the person that she is. Says a whole lot about her, and it's because of her that the program is where it is right now. She's a huge part of that.
And Brianna Wise is named Offensive Player of the Week after two 20-point performances. Now, something interesting, you moved her to the six-man role this last weekend to get some scoring off the bench, it looked like. Talk about how she played last week coming in, and her mindset coming off the bench now.
Well, it looks like a great coach, right?
Yeah.
You put her on, bring her to the bench, and she scores. I guess her first back-to-back consecutive 20-point games in her career. But I had a conversation with her after Southeastern, and we were looking to shake some things up. I just didn't like our units. I thought we needed to get more balanced units, and so I brought her in. And I asked her if she would. Didn't really ask her. I told her, hey, I need you to come off the bench. And the thing about her is she's very unselfish. She's team first, and I knew her minutes wouldn't change, but just the rotations would change, and she was all for it. And I asked her multiple times, like, "You good with it? You sure you good with it?" And coach, she's like, "Coach, don't worry about it. I got you." And she really was fine with it. And you see, she turns around, she has two really good scoring games, and she still plays, the same amount of minutes, but she's doing it off the bench. And just to have that selflessness that she displayed was huge for our team, and it's huge for our rotations. And right now, just in two conference games, we're leading the conference in scoring. That's a big part due to her. So really proud of her for stepping up and committing to doing that. That's something that a lot of kids don't want to do, but she had no problem doing it for our team, and that's huge.
And after your first week of conference play, you split your games. Good overtime win against Cameron, then a tough 3-point loss to Midwestern. You had a chance there at the end. Talk about the impressions of your team your first week of conference play.
I think it's very tough to go on the road and win. And down 4 at Cameron with a minute left, it's easy to kind of say that you're out that game, but we stayed with the game plan. We stayed with it, and we're able to bounce back, go to overtime, and won by 10 in overtime. And then you turn around and look at Midwestern. We played another close game, and I thought kind of the same thing, down late and had opportunities. The only difference in that game was I think we missed free throws. And so but it shows you that our team is definitely battle tested. They don't consider themselves out of any game. We were down big in Midwestern. I think got down 9 or 10, and our demeanor never changed in the game. We continued to be the same team that we were, and knowing that we have that poise and that mindset that we're never out of it, it shows a lot for our team, especially on the road. And so I feel good about our team coming back at home now and just getting some conference games under our belt now. And now we have two big games at 11 a.m. So kind of different feel from our normal routine. But I think our team, we've always adjusted. We do a good job of adjusting to whatever circumstances is thrown our way, and they'll be ready for Thursday and for Saturday.
And you just brought it up, an exciting weekend for the Lion Athletic family. First of all, Thursday it's Education Day. We're going to have a lot of kids on the campus coming to your games and the men's basketball game. And then Saturday with the NCAA football game, your game has been moved up. Let's talk about the excitement of this week coming into your final two home conference games of the year so far.
Right.
2017.
The first thing is Education Day, and we had that last year, and it was our game versus Cameron. And last year we were down 20 at halftime, and came out in the second half, and you kind of need a spark to get you going. And those kids, they filled our gym up, and they were loud, and it was just a great atmosphere. And it's a good time for them too, because they get a chance to meet our young ladies and really get a chance to experience that atmosphere, but also learn about what it takes to go to college and some just good things that kids need. And then Saturday, I mean, Kobe Carter has done an amazing job. The football staff, the football players have done a great job. And to bring that national spotlight to Commerce, Texas, and to be in the national semifinals and to have a chance to host that, I mean, it's going to be a great atmosphere. And I'm glad that we get to go to 11, so we get to go watch the game. And hopefully we're going to that game 2-0 on the week and have a chance to really witness history. They're doing a great job, and I know that Saturday's going to be a great day for them too.
And then Thursday, the defending regular season Lone Star Conference champions are coming in Eastern New Mexico with defending Coach of the Year coming in. Talk about the challenge the Greyhounds bring on the floor for you guys.
Coach Proc's a good friend, and I've always thought he does a really good job. He's one of the coaches in the conference that is able to adjust to any team he plays. I think they do a great job in scout, and so we have to come in Thursday and really be prepared for anything. I think that he's going to do a good job of really changing up the defenses. So he'll throw out zone. He'll give us multiple zone looks. He'll run and jump from time to time. He's going to press. He's going to try to do whatever it takes to make us feel uncomfortable. And so the thing that we have to do is we got to make sure we stay poised, that we don't turn the ball over, that we don't rush our shots, that we're patient, and then continue to do what we do. Get the ball to the paint, do a good job on the boards, and we really got to get out and guard. And that was been our Achilles heel. We've been able to score the last two games in conference, but guarding, we kind of play up tempo, and so there's going to be more possessions, more shots in the game. But we have to make sure we're getting stops and not allowing second chance shots. And that's one thing that we really got to improve. Is just I feel like we gave up too many offensive rebounds our last two games, and if we can control the boards, and it'll be a game in our favor, I think.
All right, our thanks to Coach Burton for joining us. The Lions host Eastern New Mexico at 11 a.m. on Thursday as part of Education Day. Then on Saturday, the Lions host Western New Mexico, again at 11 a.m. Both of these games are right here at the Fieldhouse. Come on out and support all of your Lion Athletics teams this weekend for a great weekend of college sports. We'd love to see you at the game. I'm Marcus Jensen for Lion Athletics.